How are you, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, thanks.
I
Hanging.
know your poor little voice. So Walter's losing his voice, or he's going through puberty. One of the two. We haven't decided.
I don't know if I'm sick or a late bloomer.
Yeah. Oh
um,
my gosh.
yeah, I'm fighting a cold or something, and I'm lucky to have a voice right now. Earlier today, it was pretty low and gone. But since I did have one, I didn't want to leave you hanging by yourself. So,
I appreciate that.
yeah.
Even though you probably owe me some anyway, because I've left you hanging quite a few times so far. So,
Oh, it goes both ways. Yeah.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we have some great people back in our chat.
Yes.
Sandy and Brenda. Shirley was the first up right in the chat right away. Um, hey, Brandon and Ellen, Kara, Jamie, Barbara, welcome you guys. Thank you so much for showing up on a Wednesday evening. We've got two cute little packages to show you tonight. I really like these two little packages, and I like the coordinating dies. We'll show you how this all works. because I believe this might be kind of the new trend you're going to see coming up with some of these coordinating products, because you've already seen some of it. I think Christopher did this set the other night. So,
Yeah.
oh, hey,
Thank you,
Cordelia.
Sandy. Hey, Cordelia. Sandy, yeah. I already had allergies on top of this, and this is definitely viral. So just, taking it as it comes, lots of fluids and soup and
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, Ellen.
Mm,
Yeah, but we have some really fun projects tonight.
yeah. Cute projects too. Yours. If nobody has seen the preview of the media stuff that we put out, because we always do a pre one. Um, when Walter posted this in our chat, 'cause we always have this, we have a chat with Candi and Heather and the two of us weekly that, hey, here's our project, here's what we're doing. And he submitted his project before mine. And I was like, I texted him going, are you feeling okay? Because then he goes, well, I am a little under the weather. I'm like, I didn't mean it literally. I was like, he's like, this is, you even said this is something outside my box or something. And I was like, holy
Yeah.
fuck, it's yeah, yours is so cool. Yours is so
Oh,
cool.
thank you. Thank you.
Hey Jamie, vitamin C, zinc, and vitamin D. Yeah, zinc is always that's always a good one.
Absolutely. I've been taking a lot of extra vitamin C and zinc. I don't have vitamin D, but I will definitely keep that in mind.
Yeah. Well, should we so we're not chatting your voice away, should we go down and just get started?
Let's do it.
All right. I will so he doesn't have to talk and get his crackly voice going. I will I'll take the reins and explain this evening.
Oh, thank
All
you.
right. If you go on to Brutus Monroe, you're going to see this as a little package this week. And I know we explained bundles and things last week. Just remember that the bundles are not discounted unless you are a subscriber. If you're a subscriber, you get 15% off. And then we always add the other products that were added to this. We'll talk about those as we add. But your package/package bundle for the evening starts with this one, a little something special. And this one, and I'm going to zoom in on mine so you can see mine here. This is just these two are the most adorable little sets. So you've got a little snowman, we've got a little like Santa pants kind of thing, which is like, it looks like a candied apple, which is what you're gonna see on the next one. Um, and then a little Santa hat. Cute little sayings, a little something special, a to and from, which we did tags last week, so or we've got tags stuff coming up. To and from, perfect to put on some tags just for you. Then you've got a coordinating foilable card panels with this. And this one is called Holiday Happiness. And you can see you've got tags. We're going to talk about the tag here in a second with the die set. And then you've got two different pieces of paper, colored card stock. You've got the ones with the bulbs. We got ones with presents on them. All foilable, remember. Then the next one is Cider and Smiles. So we've got a pumpkin, we've got a candied apple or a caramel apple, and then we've got a bag of apples. And then, hello, pumpkin, you are the apple of my eye, cider and smiles for your sentiments. Then your coordinating card panels is this one, which is called Hello Pumpkin. And so you've got a um, argyle kind of pattern, and we've used up most of our papers for these projects. And then you've got the matching colors, but in little trees or little leaves or Christmas trees. Um, and then again, we've got the cutouts. We've got the die cutouts. You've also got these images pre-colored in both of them that you can die cut out. Then you get the die set that coordinates with these. If you look at these shapes, they're the exact same shape, right? So you've got your bag of apples and the snowman. We've got this one. We've got this one. If you turn it sideways, it's the hat, right? So all of that's in your dice. This is actually called the I think this is the funky label cutting dice. Comes with the label cutter and all the coordinating dice to go with it, as well as this little strip of your stamp set. So love this concept, and I think we're onto something on having some coordinating products and stretching your supplies, and really like this idea. So Then Walter and I are going to do one of each set for you tonight. So we're actually doing two cards to show you one of each stamp set. So cards that we made. So I started with this one. This is my Cider and Smiles one. Yeah, I got a little overzealous on this one with my cutting and this argyle pattern. So yeah, Shawn's gonna do some cutting and some pasting together tonight, and then just added the tag in the back, added some elements with some cutouts and things of different of the papers for leaves and flowers. This is my a little something special one. I foiled the tag and I alcohol markered all of these. A little fun fold for you. So it's just like a little flap that folds over with the paper on there. Then you open this one up. I've got a upside down banner die cut that I made into a little gift card holder on the inside. So those are my two. I will let Walter show you. He's holding them off the camera for a big surprise, I can tell.
Those are fabulous, Shawn. I really like those. Just real quick
Thank you.
before I do, thank you so much, Shelley. I hope so too. Hello, our friend Melissa. Welcome. Hello, Scott.
Well,
Nice
Scott.
to see you join. So I literally said to Shawn and to Heather and Candi that I really thought outside the box for this design tonight. And when I was looking, I didn't want to do tags as I looked at this die, but as I looked at it, I thought, oh, wait a minute. I think I can make something very different with this. And I made two pinwheel floral tag cards. So they spin, and each of the petals of the flower are made by using the die to cut out each of the petals. And I have one of the little cutouts in the center. I did foil my panels using the shattered glass to make sure that they're really sparkly, but something fun. So I'm going to take you through tonight how I made both a fall and a Christmas floral card.
I love how you interpreted these tags into petals. That just totally like I was like, what? You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, something different.
For-
So I will show you. I already pre-foiled. Thanks so much, Luann. Thank you, Cordelia. Thanks, Sandy. I foiled my panels that I'm using already. Look at that sparkle and shimmer. They just look fabulous with that shattered glass on there. So this is really going to make each of those, thanks, Melissa, each of those petals just even that more special.
Yeah, I'll show my one foiled piece I did just while we're talking about foiling. So I took one of the holiday tags, and it's the pink one with the little scallop kind of stripes going across, and I used the green sketch on it. And so on some of these, I will warn you, just be prepared. It will catch on some of the ink and not on some of the ink. So for example, like you can see on Walter's table there, the presents. That may foil all the presents. It may foil the white. It may not foil the white. So just be
Mhm.
prepared for whatever you're gonna get. So this one I was prepared just for a full-on panel, like it did when I did my test one. It did the full-on panel, but left the little white stripes. So just be prepared. So that was I wanted to throw a little foil on mine this week too.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly what Shawn said. For the most part, it's yeah, Shawn, you're right. It's really kind of like that white on the one with the leaves. It's the white that doesn't really get foiled there. Um, and there are spaces in between on here, but it's so shimmery that it just on those particular ones you don't even really notice.
Yeah, I think I even had before it when I was starting my two cards to submit. I can't remember if I put it in the chat or not, but I remember Heather calling me and because I was questioning like what actually is going to get foiled on these cards. It says foilable,
Yep.
but it wasn't prominent. Like some of the sheets come out and they're kind of prominent. So,
Yep.
yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, and I will let you know that on my original designs for tonight, I tried both the shattered glass and the magical sketch, and the shattered glass was definitely the clear winner. The magical sketch really did very little for these particular papers, so I feel like the shattered glass is really the way to go with these.
It's funny because even when that's the first thing Heather said, use shattered glass. I'm like, I don't want to use shattered glass. I want to use green sketch. I think that's a lot of people's favorite, though.
Yeah, it really is. It's such a fun one. So for me tonight, it's really just a lot of die cutting initially. So we'll get these cut out.
I'm just starting out with my alcohol markers just because I know this takes a little bit of extra time, so I thought I'd knock this out first.
Nice. Hope everyone out there is having a good week. I know, Shawn, you're about to be pretty busy with lots of flying.
Yeah, I think we are in the process of doing some new certification, which is going to which passed this week, and super excited. It's been 2 long days of sitting in front of the FAA. So, yes, but super excited, and we've got some qualifying flights coming up. So it's going to get busy here for the next couple months. All good though. All good. Love what we're doing, and it's all good.
Nice. Cordelia, yes, you definitely have to get moving with that mink. I'll admit, I bought my fuse when it came out, and initially I didn't use it too much. But this year I've definitely used it more. And I think that's because of the products that Christopher's releasing, which really these foilable panels and the little foilable ephemera bits and stuff. It makes me want to break it out and use it. And then also the class with Sue Doherty at Create Your Own Ending. Sue from ThermoWeb really got me wanting to explore the foils a lot more too. So I'm definitely using it more than I have.
Me and Sandy went on a little road trip this last weekend.
I saw that. I was jelly beans.
I know. We got to meet Sue and talk about this little new project coming up that we can't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so fun to meet her and chit chat and talk crafty, and it was just fun. It was super fun to meet her.
Yeah. I've never had the pleasure of meeting her in person, but she's super nice.
Oh yeah, just as nice in person too.
That's wonderful.
I went opposite on my apple. I decided to make mine into a candied apple instead of a caramel apple. So I did the green apple with the candied coating on the bottom. On my sample one, I'll zoom in on this. On my sample one, I actually used glossy accents on it. And
Love it.
I had to borrow the glossy accents because I just ordered some and they're not in yet. Oh. And I forgot I put them on that card too. So I already returned them to Sandy. So we're not doing glossy accents on this tonight. But yeah, I added the glossy accents just to make it like that shiny, hard candy coating kind of thing.
So instead of borrowing a cup of sugar from Sandy, you're borrowing her glossy accents.
Oh, I'm borrowing. We borrow craft supplies. It's like
I love it. I
It would be
love it.
so dangerous if we lived next door. I don't think her and I would ever get anything done. And it's bad enough she like lives pretty much like on my way to work, so it's like, oh well, I'll just swing by after work or on my way to work, and then she'll be like, okay, well, I have a meeting, I'll just set it on the chair outside. So then I get there, she's got it, she usually has everything in like a little waterproof bag in case it rains, and then it's clipped to the chair, then I'll just take it off, I'll clip my thing. It's ridiculous, it's so
Oh my
bad.
goodness.
It's
Too
fun though.
funny.
You know how we were just talking about, you guys the other night on your live were talking about crafty friends
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, and so I think it was Melissa talking about it, and I can relate because now I just feel really, Sandy, and now we've also got, I think Jill is close. We need to connect with Jill because she's in town here too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's fun.
Nice.
She's
Hello,
also good at
Heather
spending my
Collins.
money.
Yeah.
Hey Heather. And Shalana. Hey Shalana.
Shalana and Gaz.
And Gaz.
Gaz is doing the burning the midnight oil again, huh?
Yeah.
For those who may not know Gaz, Gaz is a friend from the UK. So it's 5 hours ahead over there. So he's well past midnight.
I'd say past his bedtime, but I don't know if he's got a bedtime. That guy.
Oh, funny. Shalana, are you still on vacation? I remember seeing some pics.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I was quite jealous. It looked really, really nice.
She just was on vacation too.
What are you
Well,
saying?
she works in HR, so.
Oh, funny.
Watching the chat. Now I'm waiting for her to respond.
I know.
She deserves it. I know when I was talking to her, she works a ton. And she works, I mean, she's on the road a lot. So that in itself is a second job.
Yeah.
Not that you don't deserve it, Shalana. Preface that.
Oh, let's see. I need 2 more colors here. I'm going to stick with red. And I think I'll do some yellow with the orange. Let's give that a try. Sandi, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of talent.
Yeah, we all want to be like Shalana when we grow up. Yeah. Anybody buy the new cardstock yet? I have not yet, but I need to get some of that glitter cardstock, I think. But
I have not either, but I plan on it. And yes, I like. Well, first of all, some of the new colors are just amazing,
right?
And I really like the what are they calling it? Not the glitter, but the other. Why can't I think of the name of it? I'm going to blame it on not feeling well.
The glitter cardstock one?
Not the glitter, but the other specialty cardstock. The
oh gosh,
I don't want to call it a pearl finish, but something like that. The holographic. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Brendan bought the variety pack. Yeah, I'm probably going to buy some of the variety packs too to start to gas. Just start to play around a bit. Yes, we are very lucky that you're at work. Thank you, Kate. By the way, hello, Kate. Yes, thank you, Kara. That's exactly what I was trying to think of, and my sick brain just wasn't allowing it. Although that didn't sound very good.
Fog brain.
Fog brain, yes. Sick brain doesn't sound good.
Consider your audience for a minute. We're lucky he's at work.
So as you can see, I have all of the petals for my flowers cut out now. And that assembly, my dog is asleep and she's dreaming and she's making tons of noise. So if you hear something, it's her and not me.
Oh, I love it when they do that. I just love it. And then when they get their legs going, like they're running after something, I just love it.
I know. Yeah, she's like letting out little growls and little like yips and
oh, I can hear it. I was live the other night for another design team and could hear this weird noise every now and then, and that sounded like something expelling. Let's just put it that way. And she's like, "I just need to clarify that is my cat yawning, just so you guys know."
I remember that with Desiree.
You with Desiree, yeah.
I remember that. Oh, funny.
Coloring gets hard because then you feel like if I talk, I get shaky, and then it's concentrating.
Yeah. Yep. And I love coloring, but it does take up so much time.
It does, yeah.
Oh, that's cute, Kate. It's funny. I have two dogs, and whenever the boy is asleep and does that, kind of like lets out a little howl or starts to make noise, Miss Sophia goes running over to him to check on him. She's a sweetie like that.
What'd she say? My dog last night and the cats came up. Oh. Isn't it funny how that's just instinctual?
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is Baxter does not go running over when Sophia does it.
Jesus.
So she's definitely, the mothering type, and
yeah.
Baxter's for Baxter. Yeah, your live the other night was very fun. I enjoyed watching you with the Zentangle.
Oh my gosh, that was so fun. That was the first time she's kind of. There's two of us on that design team, and she's never really gone through to teach us how to hand draw it or how to do it. That was so fun. Just to know, I guess it would be theory, like the theory behind it, and I just thought it was so cool.
There are some certification courses out there that you can take for it.
Yeah, I mean, she's a certified Zentangle.
Okay.
Licensed or certified or yep.
Yep. Okay, so I have my card panels together. And now what I can do is start to assemble my flowers. I'm going to start with the the fall one first. And it's really, excuse me, easy. You just need a fastener and deciding on how you want your petals arranged. And so I decided to go with kind of the colored cardstock, my orange and my yellow, playing backup singer to the really pretty foiled printed cardstock. So I'm going to have them laid out first, just matching up the holes. And they don't have to be absolutely perfect because you can still shift them around and play with them after the fact. Then once I'm happy with that, I'm going to come in and I just alternated orange, yellow. And I'm going to do the same with these really pretty printed ones. But instead of having them cover up those colors, I'm going to rotate it and have them come this way. So I'll have one print going that way and another going this way so that the printed ones are kind of between the colored leaves. And I just lost my little die cut circle. Oh, there it is. There we go. And even if it shifts a bit, once you get the little fastener inside, you can kind of get them all back together nice again. So now that they're lined up, I'm just going to take my fastener, pick these up, and just line up those circles manually, kind of shifting them back into place.
If you're not comfortable with your markers, your alcohol markers, these are the best little figures just to practice shading and different things with. Because there's not a lot of surface area. And so you can practice on one little piece. And then if you don't like it, restamp. I mean, it doesn't take you long. So you don't feel like you've invested in a full-on flower or anything. All right.
Hello, Christy. Hi, Tamara. Or is it Tamara or Tamara? Want to make sure I'm saying your name right. So then, once I have the petals all lined up on that fastener, the way I'm going to connect them is with one of these circles. I cut a small lunch bag circle for the fall one and a red one for the Christmas one. Take a hole punch and just approximate the center. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're not going to see this part anyway. Slip that on there and then just fold your ends over. What I like to do to kind of make sure that it's nice and secure is take the very ends and then just flip them over to create almost like a little bow. So then that way they're not going to come off very easily. And then once you have that, I use some foam tape strips and I'm going to put them around, but not where it would interfere with the turning of that fastener. So you want to make sure that they're kind of on the outer edge. And just set those in place so then you'll be able to adhere it down to your card.
Really quick. I cut my card panel down to 5 1/4 by 4. I measured 2 inches down, cut that to the corner, and then I did 2 inches down on this from the corner and just scored it back. And then I'm going to use this big piece for the front. This piece you cut off then goes right to the inside.
Thank you, Tamara. I always like to make sure that I'm pronouncing someone's name the right way.
Then I just took the corner of the other cardstock and I mimicked this one because it's essentially the same size to glue on the panel that flips down. And to make this functioning and easier to function, let's just put it that way, you're just going to take like 2 foam squares. I put one in the corner and then I just put one kind of here in the middle. And that's what's going to hold this down. So it holds that flap down for you. Then I take a 5 1/4 by 4 inch regular piece of cardstock, and then I cut from the corner down to 2 inches, and that's what's going to go on the inside to write on. So it's essentially the same cut as what you did for that designer paper from your card panel.
Hi, Mary Alice.
Hey, Mary Alice. And this one is you're not going to have much writing space on this because we're going to put the gift card piece in there. Then I take where'd my little banner cut go here? Oh, here it is. Banner cut. And I just stacked up a couple layers of foam tape around 3 of these edges. And this is going to be your pocket now for that gift card. And I'm not sure, and I'll show you before I glue this down. This die cut, let me get back in frame here. This die cut was not this size. I made it this size. So if you've not ever adjusted like a sentiment strip and made it the size that you needed, I'll show you what I did to make that happen. All right, so I peel this off, and then I'm just going to go one more layer high, so I have enough room to slide that in and out. All right. Kept my dies out just to show. I want to show you what I did. So what I did is I took the card panel. So let's just say I was using this card panel. I took my banner cut on this side because I needed this piece for the other piece of the card. I cut it out like this first, and you can see it doesn't cover, right? Then once you get it cut out, you've got the grooves that you can line up. So then I lined up the grooves until it popped into place, and it won't move, to the size I wanted, and then I just cut off that bottom. So then I had my stitch die all the way around. I'm sure most of you know the little trick, but just calling that out in case you don't. I feel like some of those little tricks are the things that, like, as a beginner card maker, you just don't. A, you don't know about. B, you don't know how to do it, or you don't try, and
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Absolutely. Hey, and sometimes, you can be an experienced crafter, and perhaps it's a trick that or a tip that you've yet to see.
Right. Oh, for
It
sure.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, now my foiled tag is going to be the carrier. And I need to punch the hole that I think a little bit bigger to get this. Oh, no, it's on this side. Here it is. For my gift card.
Shawn Luann says that was new to her, so
Oh,
there you go.
well, then I did have a teaching moment.
Yeah.
And you can do it with any die cut that you cut sentiments out, and you need to shorten the strip, but you need the stitching to go all the way around. Great for that. All right. Now, just to as a gift or something, what I would personally do is I just put a little bit of my tape runner on the back, and I just attached it to my little tag, right? And now this, oh, I had to cut those off. Hang on. I forgot I had to cut those off. I had to cut these little rounds off to get it to fit. Slight modification. And believe it or not, I didn't have any old gift cards around, so I actually went and bought myself a Starbucks gift card. So I got $15 to spend on myself after this.
Hey, treat yourself.
Right?
That's what it's all about.
Business tax deduction, I guess. All right. Now I'm just going to die cut out since I foiled the other one on both of them on this card. But what I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to die cut this one out and leave it as is on this card for tonight. Just to show you, you can foil one, and then I'll show you what it looks like after you die cut it out, and just we'll layer up our stuff on it, right?
To keep each of the petals from slipping constantly out of place and to make it easier for when I add some dimension to the petals, I'm putting just a little bit of glue underneath so that it will, when you go to spin, they'll spin together in unison. So just a little spot of glue will hold those in place.
With these two cards tonight, I feel this is like serious card making. I had to stand up so I can like move and start getting some stuff done. I am seriously in love with these little dies. I don't know why, but I just love the fact that it just is used on all these other little things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're so fun and so how creative to make sure that the shapes of each of these little bits of ephemera match up so that they can all use the same dies.
Right? I'm going to say this, but hopefully, if anybody's in the chat room, maybe if Christopher's watching, he can correct us or somebody, or Heather, if you're still in the house. I was told, I believe Nick designed these, not like
Oh,
designed all these sets, right?
really?
I know.
That's great.
Nick is one of our designers. If nobody knows, he does all the cutting of our stencils and stickers and. All right. Then this I just put up on dimensionals as well. So because this is up on dimensionals already, I'm not putting dimensionals all the way around. I'm going to glue one end and dimensionals on the other so it all stays level.
Okay, and then now that I have the flowers each on a card base, to give it a little bit of dimension, you just want to go ahead and start with any of the petals. It doesn't really matter, but first I just kind of curve them up a bit on the ends. And you could end up just liking the way that looks and leaving them like that. Or once you go through and do that and you're satisfied with it, the other thing that I did on my original ones is I just lightly bent these up just to kind of form them into more of a petal shape, give them that dimension. Just like that. You don't have to do it a lot. You don't have to do it at all if you don't want to. I do like the way it looks. Just kind of, having those flower petals come together more, a little natural. And when you're done, there is your card. So you have that one that goes around. Now I'll do the same thing to this one. And these are pretty much done. One thing I'll point out is I did foil my candy apple as well. Since it looks like it's wrapped in cellophane, I wanted that look, so I foiled that as well. I didn't foil the Santa hat, but you could definitely foil it if you'd like to. Oh, and I lost my Santa hat. He wasn't quite dried yet. You know what I'm going to do is, instead of just some craft glue there, I'm going to put a drop of super glue. Really make sure that gets held down.
All right, I'll get started on my second one because I should have started this one with all the cutting. Here's my first card. As your little gift card holder. And then we'll get started on this one. In my mess. I have taken these two pieces of paper and I've taped them back to back. And I'm actually going to do it this way so it holds. And then what I did is I just cut along the dotted argyle. And I wanted to save my big triangle. So I start with the edge of those first. Now, as I cut this, I keep it laid out next to me so I just don't lose my pattern.
Hi, Jana.
Hey, Jana. I'm laser focused on getting this card done.
Take your time. Take your time. I will. I'll let you know if anybody has a question for you or. Mary Alice is saying she loves the Argyle paper.
Oh yeah, cool paper. It totally reminds me of Argyle socks.
Hmm. Melissa, she just popped into the chat. Now, one thing is I can tell you that these 4 cards pretty much each killed a package of the foilable card panels. I had a few of the ephemera pieces left over, but I used the tag parts and both of the printed full sheet panels. So uses up a lot of paper.
Yeah, I used up pretty much everything I had too.
Okay.
Right there. So this is kind of you got to kind of pay attention to what sections you're cutting so that you get this to line up. And then it's just a little patchwork once you get to it. All right, that is plenty for me to work off of.
Shalana said, "Great card design, Shawn. Love it."
Oh, thank you. All right, now I'm just using a piece of cabbage cardstock, and I've got my cutouts about where I want them. So I'm going to start with my middle ones that I was focused on cutting out first, because that was my starting point. And remember, I've got these taped back to back, so I've just got to carefully untape these so that I can reuse here. And on this design, I'm just going to warn you, you're going to use a lot of dimensionals. To get these to lay flat. Out of this card, this one's going to take you the longest to patch together. All right, now I'm just kind of, I just eyeballed it when I did this. So we started there. And now I know I'm going to go off of this one for my next pattern there. You need one starting point to get this card going. Okay. You're done, aren't you, Walter? I haven't looked up.
Oh, I am, but that's fine. That is fine. I'm watching the chat for us.
Yeah, this one's going to be a patchwork. If you like a little detail on your cards, a little cutting, then this is a design for you. And now I took and spaced this out. So I'm not tucking this up next to each other like I just cut it out. I'm spacing it out. So you're gonna end up with extra when you're done here because you're spacing it out. New way to say my name. Oh, Jana. Now, when you line up this one, line up your edges so it stays straight here and in here, and you'll pretty much get the spacing that you need when you do that. And then I just take the next one. I'm going to go right over here, and you can just see how you just start spreading this out, and then you'll get to the edges where you kind of just piece together the edges and cut what you need to cut.
Mm-hmm. That's a really fun idea. I like that design, Shawn. Oh, thanks, Mary Alice. I was waiting until the end to kind of pick them up and show them again. Really, just yeah, they're on a little fastener, so they spin. And there's some foil on the leaves, so you can see all that nice glitter. And the nice thing is these will fit into a 5x7 envelope. Holding that one upside down. There we go. And the original 2 I made.
Those would be actually cute to put like on a like a stick or straw or something to make it like those pinwheels.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the other thing that would be fun is to maybe in the center, instead of putting, I put the apples and the Santa hats, you could put a little card with people's name on them, and this could be on your Thanksgiving table setting.
Oh yeah, yes.
Nice little name card. And that way, everyone has something to bring home with them.
Yep. You can see once you get the one started, it does go pretty quick, actually.
Thanks, Mary Alice. Kate, now I see why you taped the layers together. Kate, are you referring to the flowers or to Shawn's design? I think it might be my flower, and yes, that's exactly why, fasten the petals together to make it easier to turn.
Yeah, and if it's mine, I just did it so that I would have the same shape because the other one doesn't have the argyle pattern on it to use as a reference to cut. Oh, that's a great idea, Melissa. Did you see
Yeah.
Melissa's idea?
Yeah, fabulous. That would be so much fun. Yep.
That would be really cool.
Yep. See how fun it is to look at your supplies and think of just a different way to use them. And this die is perfect for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw that there's now a smaller one that's available as well. And personally, I wish I had the smaller one to make these flowers because they'd be a little bit smaller. But yeah, I mean, just I was just trying to think of something different to do. And I made Shawn pretty much fall off his chair because I did a fun fold outside the box thing. Excuse me.
Well, you prefaced it too when you're like, I don't know what you said. I went way outside my box on this one or something. You had said.
And then for next week, I did a fun fold as well. So Shawn's like, what's up with Walter?
Did. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I like the new Walter and the old Walter, so I'm not going to say I want the old Walter back. But man, when you get sick, you just go off the rocker.
I got loopy.
Yeah. I'll have what he's having, thank you.
Oh, thanks, Kate. Yeah, she had said she was commenting on both, and an idea that she's never imagined.
Oh, that is awesome. That's the point. And look, and again, two totally separate cards.
Yeah. Yep. Mary Alice, you're quite right. I didn't go that route. But yes, you could totally do a vintage flower version. Yep.
Oh, I mean, imagine all the designer series paper that you have that you could cut out and make stuff with like that.
Yeah. The, excuse me. I'm gonna mute myself for a second to cough. I'm trying to remember the name of the paper pack. It came out back in the early spring that had all the writing on it. Do you remember that paper collection?
That had all the writing on it.
Yeah. What was the name of that one? It looked like old written pages. That would be a lot of fun to use to make petals like this for a vintage theme.
I feel like that might have been right before I was on the design team. I feel like.
Was it last year? Maybe it was last year. Hello, Pam. Glad that you made it.
You're not late. Shawn's behind, and we got just a tiny bit left for me to finish.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us, Tamara. We'll see you next week. Hope you had a fun time.
Thank you. Told you you'd use dimensionals on this one.
It really is a cool design, though. Love letters. Thank you, Kara. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Yes.
Oh, the paper pad.
Yeah. Yep. I absolutely loved that one. I bought extra, so I have it. Yes. Thank you. Really close, Shirley. Really close. But yes, it was, yeah. My illness brain just isn't working at its peak tonight.
All right, there's your pattern. Let's just get the edges cut off here and see what I have left to assemble on this one. I told you at the beginning, I think I got a little overzealous on this card, but
That's okay. It happens to all of us at one time or another. It's so easy too, because you and I are trying to come up with some different ideas, and sometimes we definitely bite off a little bit more.
Yeah.
But you know what? If we run a few minutes over, that's okay.
Exactly. I don't think we've gone too far over before. All right,
No.
let me get up my sample here. All right, then I took a tag. I cut it out in, believe this was mustard. And then I took the strips. I don't think I had any pre-cut, did I? Got one pre-cut. I took the strips off of this pad and taped them over the top. So let me just cut out a thinner one here. And then I did two stripes across. And yeah, most of this gets hidden because of your elements on there anyway, but it just gives it that little texture right behind it, essentially. I just go off kilter, off center just a little bit to spread those out nice. right. Yeah, we'll grab.
Heather says no clue. Was that in reference, Heather, to the name of the paper pad by chance?
Or was that, did Nick design these, maybe?
Oh, yes, I forgot that you asked that. Yeah.
Heather, that was like a half an hour ago. No, I'm just kidding. Come on, Heather, keep up. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. She's probably like, I know. I'm trying to multitask here.
Yeah.
All right, now I need to take and I
Oh,
die
okay.
cut out.
Wrong
What?
messaging. It wasn't intended for us.
Oh.
Oh,
It was still kind of appropriate though.
Yeah.
All right. And I just need to die cut these out. I'm blown away that this pumpkin turns into a hat.
I know.
It's crazy to me.
It's fantastic. Really, really great design.
Yep.
And who would have thought that Frankenstein would also be a candy apple?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Shawn, Heather just confirmed that Nick did draw them.
Oh, okay. I thought it might have been Heather that told me then. I was like, I swore I heard that, but then maybe not. Maybe I didn't, and I don't want to not give credit to who did it, but. Well, I think what a great concept.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So this one sits kind of cockeyed like this. So I had one here, I had one here, and one here. I'm gonna have to go buy more dimensionals. It's getting low, and I'm like, okay, I've used a good round around the roll on this one. Let's do one more. Heather's like, I did. Okay, I thought so. Yes, that is a very dangerous question on depending on who you ask.
Yeah, it really is, Heather. She said how wonderful it is that the cutting dyes work on so many products.
Seriously.
Yeah. And now, coming forward with other holidays or other designs, you can utilize them again.
Right? All right. Since I'm not too late, I'm going to do just the one last thing that I did. on this card. And I just got to grab a piece of paper.
Oh, Gaz. He asked if he can just buy a vowel then.
Oh, jeez. I used the fabulous floral dies. And I took some, this one I took some leftover, I believe this was actually out of one of I used one of these, but I don't want to waste one right now. So I'm going to use some of the flannel. I actually did make my own with some sprays and stuff, but I'm going to just make all of this with my flannel. I'm just going to use 2 different colored flannels.
Very true, Heather. You never know what that man behind the curtain is coming up with next.
Yeah. He has to be just so exhausted just from all the thinking he does. Like, I know how bad my brain hurts just from a busy day of my work, and I don't come up with this much stuff that he does. You know? This one here. All right. Last little thing.
You are pretty quick with that die cut machine.
It's told you I had to stand up. And let's see, where'd the other one go? Stuck to the top. Yep. Let me recut that out. All right, so then just for a little added texture, I thought it would be fun to throw some flowers and leaves in there. So I just took and tucked a leaf in under here. You just cut that to fit. So there. All right, and then let me see if I didn't lose it. Here it is. And I just used this sentiment. You are the apple of my eye. Right like so. Man, that was like Amazing Race of cards on that card.
That was.
Just trim this little bottom piece off here. All right.
Shawn coming down to the finish line.
Yes. Okay, so I did this one tonight and this one tonight compared to my first samples. I'll just zoom in so everybody can see them. So I, instead of foiling this piece, I used the die cut of the one that comes in the card pack this time. I did foil the inside one that I used for my little slide for the gift card. And then on this one, same argyle pattern in the back. I did slightly do a little different flower on this one, and a slightly different leaf pattern on this one, but everything else is pretty much the same.
Nice. I really love that turn down design on the first card. That's so cool.
Yeah, easy too. Like,
Mm.
just go measure 2 down, go to the point, score it, and then you just cut your pieces. It's just
Yep.
so easy. And it's
Awesome.
almost like opening a little present or something is what it looks like, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Cool.
All right.
And yeah, for me, these are the ones I made tonight. I have my fall floral made with the tags that you can rotate around, and the Christmas one. And lots of sparkle from that shattered glass. Foil. That's the word, foil.
Boggy foil brain.
Oh, jeez. I am ready for bed.
Oh, goodness. All right.
Thanks, Melissa.
I'm coming back up to my face cam. There we go. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. Thank you. You guys, thank you so very much for hanging with us. Yeah, let me show these from see if I can get a better focus, but sometimes this one focuses better from the front side. Anyway, there we go. Oh, thank you, Brenda.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging with us. This package bundle is on Brutus Monroe, $69.93, 15% off if you are a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, you will save 15% on these every week. So that in itself is just worth subscribing to. And we will have the inspiration box for you next week that we are doing some projects with, so that you can see 2 different projects that you can make out of this same inspiration box. So very fun one for the next week.
Indeed, yes.
What are you laughing at? What did I say?
I'm Mr. Gaz. Mr. Gaz.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Thank you, Ellen. Thanks, Gaz. Thank you, Kara. Thank you, Kate. Thanks all for joining. We really appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you next week.
Yep. All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.